Well, hello everyone, and I'm so excited to be here and also share this stage with so many incredible, inspiring edge heroes who were part of my journey and who supported me. Edge hero is a word that Sarah, the teacher, and I came up with during a Voxer conversation. And what I would like to focus on today is the word resilience, because I really think that that's really important to be able to be a woman who wants to lead, create, innovate, and shine. What I would like to do is to share ideas on how we might raise more brilliant, resilient women who are able to have many venues like this and platforms to be able to lead us and inspire us. And I would like to start by going ahead and giving you this virtual gift of a rock and a diamond to carry with you in your mental and spiritual pocket. And I want you to take this out at important times in your journey. When you just think that your ideas aren't brilliant enough or that no one needs to hear your voice, I want you to take a look at the rock and to know that every diamond first starts off as a rock in the mantle of the earth, and it takes years of intense heat and pressure to be able to be that brilliant diamond. And for women, that's what it takes to be able to go on this path, to be an edge hero, to be an innovator, a leader, and a creator, because there's so much that you have to face. There's sometimes threats, there's sometimes intimidation, there's harassment in so many different forms. And so what happens is that not a lot of brilliant women get to have a voice and inspire us, because statistics show that often 12% will be part of like STEM careers, innovative fields, 1% CEOs, and they don't stick it through those 12% because it's just so tough. So what can we do? Well, one issue is balance. For women, we are expected to play so many roles, and we do have way more roles than our male counterparts. We are wives, we are daughters, sisters, mothers, supporters, nurturers. And what tends to happen, or at least with my experience, is that when I am in my passion and when I'm giving time to my passion and dedicating time to passion, it becomes so overwhelming and balance is all out of whack. And when I am in my passion project or moment, then that means that I'm not being brilliant as a mom, but that's okay, because I can't be a brilliant mom, I can't be brilliant at inspiring, I can't be a brilliant supporter, daughter, all at one time. But the important point is to be able to communicate with all of those people in your lives and to be able to get support, so that moment when you need to focus in your passion, you're able to. The other important thing to remember is that sometimes your passion can be so overwhelming, and sometimes we think, well, our passion, we're doing this, we're changing the world, we're transforming people, and it's important to pause. And a diamond has so many facets and stuff. It can be brilliant in many different ways to many different people, and so it's good to be able to stop and pause and focus and shine your brilliance other places as well. And when you do become an edge hero, or do you are able to have that platform to be a leader and to also, have that passion and voice shown to many, then I want you to take out that diamond rock and to see that rock and to remember all the intense heat and pressure that you went through, the struggles, and especially how you overcame. And I want you to share those stories. I want you to share them with the younger generation, girls coming up. And I want you to be able to look around you, see the women in your networks, and be able to see future edge heroes who just need help along the journey, someone to pull them up, someone to share, how they overcame, and to be there to support them and stand with them. I'm very, very fortunate because I've had so many incredible women in my life who are brilliant, who invited me to their countries, who invited me to their schools, who invited me to their homes, who made me part of their family. And there's so many more than the platform would allow me. This tool only allowed me 30 pictures, but I have tons, thousands of pictures all over the world in over 20 countries. And it's because of those women who gave me that opportunity, who believed in me, who wanted to hear my voice and wanted others around them to hear as well. And what's really important is they also were there to support me, and they continue to support me. Many of you are in this room. Many of you will be speaking today, and you'll you know, and you were the ones who shared with me, you know, difficult and tough times you had and how you overcame them. And one of the great things for me was when I became a mother at 40, and this was a blessing. We had actually been trying with Savvy for quite a few years and at one point I had just thought, okay, I don't get to have this blessing in my life. So when she came, it was a huge surprise, but then it was this big shock, because I thought, okay, my baby is my career. I get to inspire so many. And I had women come out and reach out to me who Skyped with me, who also messaged me. One of them was Chia Song, and who really just gave me the confidence, and who were there to support me and talk to me about this transition. And it was just so incredible. And I didn't realize that I needed to ask for help. So sometimes we just need to reach out and to give that advice when we see others going through the same thing we're going through, or that we have been. And another thing is we need to thunderclap. And this is something I also learned from my Ed Shiro, Sarah the teacher. And she's amazing at this. She does this for Edgy Match. And we can begin by thunderclapping EFLtalks. The hashtag is EFLtalks Live. And what this means is to flood social media with the message of with someone's message. So when you see the women today, you know, take snapshots, post them on, you know, let everyone know. And it's especially important to do this during conferences. We don't thunderclap enough for other women in conferences or when we see them live. And if we flood the social media with them, then conferences notice that. And then that encourages them to also, you know, keep on booking diverse in females in their conferences. The other part is that if we were to all gather and sign evaluations and show all of these evaluations that say, I appreciated the diverse speaker you had today, or the female speaker, I would like to see more, here's a list that I suggest, then this would really inspire conferences to have more diversity and speakers out there. The problem is that they don't know who's out there to do this. And also, they don't realize what it does for their conference. And what's really important too is advocacy. And you'll hear about Eve, which I think is incredible. You'll hear about other groups as well, women in TEFL, the Fair List, in all of these platforms we need to join, be a part of, or support and spread the word, because it is too hard for our younger generation. They shouldn't have to face harassment. They shouldn't have to face intimidation. They shouldn't have to, in cases, face intense bullying and threats. And it can be a really harsh, harmful place for women today to be leaders, especially on social media. You get so many trolls. And when I think about my daughter and how one day, you know, she gets to be this brilliant woman and be able to share her passion and make her mark, I want it to be a much comfortable place for her to share her voice. I don't want her to get to the top and be this brilliant diamond and then decide she's going to quit. And the only way she can do this is if all of us gather together and we continue to advocate, we continue to make the field a better place, stand together. And when one of us we see is intimidated, or someone does go through something like harassment, we stand with them and say, we're not going to accept this, or we don't allow for it to damage their voice or their career. So thank you so much for having me today. I want to encourage you to not only focus on passion, but also to focus on making resilient women, because more than passion, more than knowledge, is that they have to be fierce women who are able to endure and go through many things to be able to shine. So thank you so much. You're going to hear so many resilient edge heroes today, and I want you to thunderclap them and to also share their links, share the books, everything. Okay, so let's get ready to be inspired and to inspire others. And thunderclap, EFL Live, EFL Talks Live.